Hello world! David Schmall, the Game Changer, back with you in the studio. You know, when we shot the last show in April, I had mentioned that I would be back on the air, we would be shooting more regularly, and unfortunately that didn't happen. Had some things come up, and we were not able to do that. But we are back live here in hot Vegas, as we are still in triple digits. I would tell everybody that we all just melted temporarily until it cooled down just a little bit, and then we were able to come back together again. It's been that hot here in Las Vegas. So thank you for joining us today. I'm going to cover a topic. I'm flying solo for right now, as you can see. There's no guest in the chair. I thought coming back today, what I'd like to do is just cover a topic that's near and dear to my heart. See, while I've been gone for the last few months, I've been battling an illness, and I am happy to say and very blessed to say that I am 100% A-OK. But there's nothing scarier, as some of you know, than going through that kind of a situation. And in that time, it gave me a lot of time while I was recovering to reflect on a lot of different things that my wife and I had going on in our life, both personally and professionally, and had something really near and dear to my heart that we really wanted to get out into the public. Something that I believe can help you on a personal level, something that I believe can help you on a professional level. So when we come back, I'm going to introduce you to what that is, and we're going to dive deep into doing something that I think most of you would agree we all, including myself, have needed help with at one time or another, and for you, it could be right now. So we'll see you in just a couple. All right, and welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Again, if you missed the first few minutes of the show, I am without a guest today, and for a very good reason. As I mentioned when we kicked off the show today, I'd been off the air for a little bit. I had a personal illness that I had to address and take care of, and again, God has blessed me tremendously. I'm 100% A-OK. I have made it through that. You can kind of maybe see the scar on my arm a little bit from one of the surgeries I had, but during that time, my wife and I did some reflection, and we had a project that I had been working on for about a year and a half, something that was really near and dear to my heart. And when I had first gotten ill and had to have an initial surgery about 2.5 years ago, I had some time to think, and I had some time to ponder. And one of the things that I really dove deep into, and this is something I encourage all of you to do from time to time, is to dive deep into yourself and really think about what is stopping you from being where you want to be. My very first guest we ever had on the show, Mr. Rodney Allgood and myself, talked about this for a little bit in one of the segments. And we gave some insight as to some of those things that are holding people back from being the best possible version of themselves. But what I wanted to do is provide people a guide. And so I started making phone calls. I was dialing people I've worked with in the past, friends, family members, other professional acquaintances, former business partners, and I asked them one simple question, and that was, what had prevented them from reaching the level of success they wanted to reach at one point or another in their life, and what did they think, if they could give one piece of advice, what did they think people needed to hear that would help them overcome their own obstacles? What did they think people were doing that was stopping them from being as successful as they wanted to be, being the best version of themselves? And every single conversation came back to one thing, and one thing only. And you see it behind me on the screen here. It was bad habits. We all have them in some way, shape, or form. Some maybe not as severe as some for others. Maybe it's nail biting for you. Maybe it's snoring, which really isn't a habit, that's a biological condition, but some people say it's a habit. Maybe it's slurping when you drink. Maybe it's the way you drive or the way you dress. Maybe it's the way you speak to somebody. For some people, it could be more severe. In Las Vegas, maybe it's gambling that you just can't seem to get away from. Or it's an addiction that has become habitual for you. Smoking would be another one. Drinking could be another one. So when I was talking to everybody and came to this realization, I knew that if I could teach people how to break their bad habits, give them a plan that they could actually sit down and read and put pen to paper and formulate for themselves in their life, formulate for their loved ones in their life, those people that they love, those people that they trust, those people that they care about and respect, then they could have an opportunity to break the habits that were really keeping them shackled to themselves, to a lifestyle that they really wanted to get away from, but maybe just didn't know how. So I wrote a book, as you can see behind me. It's not a hard habit to break. It went into production and hit print earlier this year in the spring in March. It is listed on Amazon, so you can go directly to Amazon. You can find it there. You can go to www.itsnotahardhabittobreak.com. You can find it there as well. But I really wanted to give something that was simple, something that was feasible for people to read in one setting. It's not very long. It really is a guide more than it is a book. In less than 45 minutes, you can sit down and pour through the pages and actually start to understand what you can do to break those habits that are bad for you, to break those things that are keeping you shackled to a life or a lifestyle that you want to get away from, to help you attain the success that you want to achieve and be the best version of yourself that you can be. And again, it could be small stuff. Maybe it's nail biting, maybe it's overeating, maybe it's stress eating, maybe it's smoking, maybe it's more severe, maybe you have an addiction to something like pornography or gambling or something else that you just haven't gotten the help that you need. That's really where this came from my heart. After I talked to all those people, I realized they all had that one thing in common. It was bad habits. They said mostly that people just couldn't get away from their bad habits. Maybe it's too much TV watching at night. Maybe it's too much video game playing if you're younger, or maybe if you're older and you play with your children. Maybe you're not setting forth a calendar that you stick to, a schedule that allows you to do the things you need to do to be able to be who you really can become. This book will help you do that. If you follow the steps that I have outlined in the book and you put pen to paper, then those bad habits can go away. And they can go away faster for some than others, but you can break them because truly, once you sit down and read the book and come to the understanding, they are not a hard habit to break. So what I wanted to do during that time was really write something that was meaningful, that was purposeful, that could really impact somebody's life. And now you got it. It's right here. So I encourage you. A lot of you have done a really awesome job of running out and getting it. I've gotten hits on social media everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, people holding up the book, talking about they couldn't wait to read it, talking about how great it was, how it was going to help them eliminate some things that they were doing in their lives that were stopping them from being where they wanted to be. And I love it. I love all of it, and I can't thank you all enough for your support during this time. But for others, it's time. It's time for you to pick it up. It's time for you to put pen to paper. It's time for you in less than an hour to formulate a plan that can help you break those bad habits that you have. So again, go to Amazon. You can find it there. Easy to order. It's on Prime, so 2-day delivery. You can also get an ebook. So if you don't want to read the paperback, you can get a digital version to take with you wherever you want to go. Instant delivery, also on Amazon. And you can get it on the website, www.itsnotahardhabittobreak.com. Is this a plug for a book? No, it's really not. I just want you to be aware of what I have that's a resource and a tool that could help drive effective change in your life for the better. There's no reason why we can't be the best version of ourselves, and there's no reason why we can't overcome the obstacles that we have in our lives, most of which are self-inflicted. I just want to help you. I want to help you break the habits you have that are bad and instill and replace them with habits that are good, so that you can be the best version of yourself and live the life you were meant to live. We'll be back in just a couple. We'll see you then. And we're back. Now, we're chuckling a little bit because normally you don't see this guy too much in front of the camera unless it's on his own show. It's very odd that he steps out from behind the camera. And normally when Tony and I are together, we're doing about 800 million other things. We're running around, absolutely. We're speaking, we're engaging with people, we're at a booth or a table or an event. So we don't get to do this a lot. So today, in lieu of a guest and me talking by myself, I thought we would have a little fun and we would put Tony in the hot seat, as he likes to put people in the hot seat.
There you go.
So I'm going to call an audible, and we're going to have a little fun today. So Tony, I'm going to do what I've done with every guest on the show with you.
All right.
I'm going to fire some rapid words at you, and first thing that comes to mind, that's what we're going to run with, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Ready.
All right, let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Slushy or icy?
Ooh, slushy or icy? You know, this time of the year, I'd say icy.
Icy. All right.
Absolutely.
Favorite flavor?
Favorite flavor, blueberry.
Blueberry. All right. What's the last movie you saw?
I don't watch many movies. Wow. Man, last movie I seen. I don't remember.
Can't remember.
Not good.
That memorable.
It was
Whatever
that
it was,
good,
it
whatever
that
it was.
memorable.
I don't watch much. I don't watch much TV.
All right. I love it. Chicken pot pie or apple pie?
Ooh, apple pie.
Apple pie all the way. With ice cream on top.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Little whipped cream.
Yeah.
I know it's not really good for
Not
you,
as much anymore
right?
as before,
but
but
we,
you know,
we still partake every time.
That's it.
Um,
I'll admit it. Apple pie.
right? New York style or Chicago style pizza?
It's tough. I'd say New York.
New York.
Yeah.
I'm Chicago. My family's
Yeah.
from Chicago, so we're
Sorry,
gonna disagree,
Desert fans,
right? We're gonna disagree a little bit. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Chicago
That's
dog, though. I'll take
Oh, the
that.
Chicago Dogs,
There you go.
absolutely. Man, there's a great hot dog restaurant that we found.
Really?
Yeah, a few weeks ago on the other side of town. Dirty Dogs. And,
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're amazing, 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 amazing.
Hard to find.
I'm giving them a shameless plug because
There you
we
go.
had such a good experience there, and the food was incredible.
And what a name.
The hot dogs were unreal. I mean, it was just, they're on social media. You can look them up. They're across town. Go check them out. I digress.
There you
Are
go.
the Raiders going to win the Super Bowl?
Ugh. I hope not. As much as I'm a fan, I hope they wait till they get to Vegas. But no,
I don't,
I don't think so.
personally, I don't think it's going to happen this year either. I think they have a little building to do
Yeah.
with the new staffing in place.
I think they're going to surprise some people.
I do too.
And I do like that they're the underdog, and nobody's believing in them. Because last year, everybody was, oh, they're going to the Super Bowl, blah blah blah, and they tanked.
They're out, right?
So yeah, let's keep them down at the bottom. They're going to be okay.
They can work
They're
their way
not
up,
gonna- I don't
right?
think they're going to win.
The Golden Knights were underdogs.
Well, yeah, the Golden Knights, and you know they're taking some good things that the Golden Knights did in our community, and
They are.
they're doing it. So,
They absolutely are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, last question.
okay.
What's your favorite place to vacation?
Has to be Hawaii.
Hawaii. What part?
Yeah. I like the Big Island because it's, well, not now because
Right.
it's getting bigger. But I love the Big Island because it's so quiet. It's, you know, it doesn't have that hustle and bustle feel. Maui's beautiful as well, but the Big Island, I would say, is probably my favorite.
For sure. Mine too. Been over there a couple times, and beautiful, peaceful, tranquil.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody over there
Oh,
who's been
absolutely.
affected by the volcano and what's
Yes,
gone on.
yeah.
We personally have some friends over there. Professionally, I have some peers that are over there working for Microsoft as well. So just hearts and prayers go out to everybody affected by what's going on over there. One last thing. So I burned you up in the hot seat long enough. So one last thing. If you had one piece of advice for everybody that's watching out there today that they could take and run with and go make a better day with, what would it be?
I would say, you know what, just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't let that doubt creep in. Because every one of us has doubt. I don't care who you are. Just don't let it creep in. And just totally believe in yourself that you can do anything, and then go after it. Go get it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for coming in
Okay,
front of the
thank you.
camera
Thank you.
for a few minutes. I appreciate it. Folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on the show today. We'll be back again very, very soon, I promise you. And I look forward to seeing everybody then. Listen, go live a life that's prosperous. Go be a game changer. Dave Schmall, we'll talk to you soon.